Hi, I'm Mitchell Ryan Darcy, and today I'm gonna watch The House in the Clock. No, the House with the Clock in the Walls. This is a kind of movie where it's like I would probably have picked up eventually, like when it's cheap. But a part of me, there's a couple reasons why I really wanted to go see it in theaters, specifically in IMAX. First main reason that caught my interest is apparently for the first time ever, Thriller, the Michael Jackson music video, is going to be shown in 3D IMAX. Apparently. I don't know if it's true or not, or if it varies on location or whatnot, but apparently at the beginning of the film, before the film plays, they're going to play it in 3D, which I thought was very weird because I checked the IMAX poster. It mentions the plus Michael Jackson's Thriller at the bottom of the poster, but it says that's in 3D, but it doesn't say the movie itself is in 3D, and the movie's not labeled as 3D. Everywhere I looked online for Southern Ontario, it just says House with the Clock on the Walls, IMAX, doesn't say 3D. So it's very interesting that they're showing something 3D in front of a movie that isn't in 3D. I thought that was very interesting. I haven't seen it, so I don't know if that's true, or maybe it's just non-3D. I don't know. I'm gonna grab my glasses just in case if I see them near the door, just in case, because I don't want to miss out on. I don't want to be like, oh man, it is in 3D, and then I have to go get it while the music video is playing. I have seen the music video for Michael Jackson's Thriller, but it's been a while, and I want to know how good the 3D conversion is for it. So anyways, another reason why I want to see this movie is basically cast. I mean, you got Cate Blanchett, I apologize if I'm butchering anyone's name, Jack Black, and I didn't discover this, didn't realize this actor was in this film until I accidentally, when looking up the name of the film in the Times, his face showed up in cast, and that was, what's his name? He was in season 2 of Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I think he was in Twin Peaks. I've never watched Twin Peaks, but I'm under the impression that he's in that show. The McLaughlin? Something McLaughlin? I want to see him in more roles. Because I really like him as an actor. Another thing I'm excited for is the director, is Eli Roth, and I think I'm saying his name right. I really only know him from, I saw him, he was in, I think, Inglourious Basterds as one of the bastards, and then he was in, he's directed several like horror films, like I think, was it the Inferno movie, and a couple other things like that. And it's like him doing a movie like this movie looks like it's PG. It looks like it's like, I haven't seen any of the trailers. I did my best to avoid all trailers and whatnot, just so I can have a more pleasant experience with the film, especially a film like this where it's like I only know couple cast, and I guess it's something magic, something about a clock in the house, and I don't know, the world's in danger. I don't know. I'm gonna find out. Yeah, and it's the day after release, and it is burning hot in this car, and it is starting to pour. I don't know if you can hear that. Clouds are moving in. Oh gosh, I can't open the windows. It's so windy that the audio would just get blown out if it's not already blown out. So yeah, so not knowing much about the film, I'm like, is it based off a novel or is it an original film? I kind of hoping it's an original film, but if it's based off of like a novel that I've never heard of, then I guess I'd be okay. What else do I want to say? Yeah, so really the main reason is just to see Thriller on the big screen. Everything else, I guess, is a bonus. Had an interesting week at work, so it's nice to just sit back, relax, and get hopefully pulled into whatever world this is. Oh, I cannot think. It's very hot in the car. yeah, so those are just the reasons why I actually kind of wanted to see this movie on IMAX. I don't think anything of it is actually shot in IMAX. I think it's one of those films where it's like, uh, they just expanded it a little bit bigger for IMAX, but it's not going to be the actual legit IMAX. It's going to be fake Max or whatever they're calling it. So yeah. So I'm a bit excited just because I want to get out of this friggin' hot car. So time to watch the House with the Clock in Its Walls. The more I say the title of the film, the less intriguing it is. It just seems more boring. Anyways, it's time to downpour. Bye! Yeah, let me show you how windy it is. It's so refreshing. Oh, man. I don't know if you could hear over the copyrighted music, but basically, during the showing of the House with the Clock in the Walls, is basically 40 minutes into the film, it froze, and then it literally, the screen froze, and then after a bit, it no sound, and then basically it was went blue, and the whole thing stopped. And it took several minutes for Cineplex to actually realize there's something wrong with the IMAX showing for it, and then and then after another 10, 15, 20 minutes is it was having problems. They couldn't fix it, so they gave us all free tickets and said, hey, you can go see whatever movie's playing right now or whatever of the same movie. So I'm now catching the 6:15 show, and I'm going into it. Well, first of all, I have to say, IMAX 3D for the Michael Jackson's Thriller was actually really good. Like, oh my gosh, like I'm saying, like it looks so good. I'm surprised. I'm shocked just how well it looked. It's been a long time since I've seen it, and so it's like, wow, seeing it again. And then the 3D. The 3D looked tremendous. Like, they did really well done converting it to 3D. Like, and the thing that made me laugh is a lot of people went to see it just for that. So as soon as it was over and the actual movie started, they all they all left. There was a whole bunch of people who left. So I'm like, you know what? It's pretty cool. If big studios nowadays, if they actually had go out, find a short film and something to put in front of an actual feature film. Anyway, so the movie so far, I'm really sort of getting into it. Humor's a little dry, but then again, it does seem like the movie is for kids, and apparently it is based off of a book, so kids novel, I'm not sure, or something, but so far, impressions are, I'm enjoying it, so I'm gonna go finish, well, actually, I would have to rewatch the beginning in order to catch up to the moment where it is, so yeah, so I don't know if they're gonna show it because since I'm now moving to a non-IMAX version of the film, I don't think the Michael Jackson thing is going to be shown again because that's really 3D IMAX exclusive, I think. So I think it's just going to jump into the film. So anyways, time to continue watching The House with the Clock in Its Walls. And oh yeah, here's the free ticket proof. Well, I just watched The House with a Clock in Its Walls. What to say? Well, once I discovered exactly what I got into, yeah, it was decent. It was a overall I felt was very passable. The thing is, it's like being more older. These type of movies, it sort of tests how well, because it was a kids film. It was more oriented to kids and trying to scare kids, and it's like I mean, I wasn't expecting it was gonna be like rated R horror film, but like, it was. I enjoyed it for what it was. But it's like I felt there wasn't enough. I mean, there's a little bit that's kids films work as a kid. All the great kids films works as a kid and an adult watching it. It doesn't matter what age you are watching it, it works well. um those are the best kinds of films like these. And this one kind of felt it was a little more one-sided towards the kids stuff for adults, but it's like not as much. Like, it's just a little bit, finally seeing the film bringing in, because we had to replay the whole first bit, and I still was interested, but it's just held up okay the second time. Jack Black and Cate Blanchett, the chemistry between them was excellent. Like, I really, really enjoyed seeing them play off one another in that. Some of it was golden, a little bit fell a little flat, but it was overall, it was really good. I did see the director. He had a cameo in his film, and it's such a Eli Roth type cameo. But actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I've seen any of Eli Roth's work. And you know what this film is? This is Eli Roth's version of what Martin Scorsese did with Hugo. Having a really prolific director, do a children's novel or a novel and adapting it, really well and decently. I mean, this is nowhere near as great as, because Hugo was really good for kids and really great for adults. Like it, and especially if you're a filmmaker or you love films, that movie was great. This one, pretty great for kids. Passable. For adults, it's just passable enough to watch. There's a little bit enough of it, not aesthetic, but like, I mean, aesthetic was decent. Some of it went a little bit too, kind of like the trailers for Goosebumps. That's the only thing I can compare to, because I haven't seen Goosebumps yet. Because I mean, they showed the trailer for Goosebumps 2, and that trailer, bleh, like, it doesn't even, the first trailer for the first Goosebumps, that what made me interested in watching it. I never got a chance to watching it, but the second one, I'm like, what the hell is this? Well, I gotta say, like, the sets, I really liked the sets. I thought the sets were amazing. Setup was pretty decent. I was into it. Problem is, what they set up and then what they actually did with it kind of, to me, was like, when I discovered it's like they're bluntly gonna go in this direction, I was like, oh, really? It's another one of these type of things? And I'm like, well, it was, most of it was good, It was okay. I just really wish I finished the IMAX version of the film, because when we went to the other version, the normal version of it, it definitely felt a lot smaller, like what was on screen and all that, and it sort of takes you out, because the IMAX version, they actually had the volume a little on the high end. So going back to rewatch the film again, it was a little more quieter, and the sound was nowhere near as good, and it's like, damn, I kind of wish, because that's the problem with stopping and pausing a film. Like, if anything happens while you're watching a film, it affects how you view the film or show or anything like that. Anything, personal life, or if something intervenes, or, it does. It has an effect on how you view a film. And I try not to let the thing get in the way. I'm just happy I did get to see the Thriller, Michael Jackson 3D version, IMAX version of the film, that music video, and that was cool. That was actually worth the price of the ticket alone. And I got another free ticket just from the Cineplex thing screwing up. So I'm probably going to use that for another film, because there's a lot of films coming out. It's now the transition season between blockbusters and the award season of films, and there's a lot of films I'm interested in seeing. Bad Times at the El Royale from the producer of Cabin in the Woods, that one looks good. Halloween I definitely want to see. Venom, I want to see just to see if Sony screwed up. I know that's kind of bad, but that's what I feel like. I feel like it's like, I hope Sony didn't screw up, but you know, judging their track record, it doesn't look that great. So I'm hoping for the best. And then there's a couple other films. So you know what? Yeah, so stay tuned for more reviews maybe in the future. Anyways, one last thing I want to say is, I was disappointed in Kyle MacLachlan. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I know that for a fact. I was really hoping for more of him in the film, and you know, when you do finally get him, they altered his voice, and I kind of disliked that. And I mean, you could slightly alter it, but you didn't have to alter it that much, like, you know. And I couldn't really tell if it was practical effects, makeup for him, and that's another thing that sort of bugged me. Because I'm like, I kind of want to see him, you know, perform. He's a really good actor, and it's like I couldn't tell if it was CG or not. But anyways, but I will say there was a lot of kids in the non-IMAX version of the thing, theater, and it was kind of funny because there were scenes like reveals and stuff where it actually kind of scared the kids, and you know, you having them over a couple of seats, you can actually, one of them like got up and like, you know, turned and stuck their head into the seat, like, and I was like, oh, that's funny. It may have distracted me from the film, but it was just a funny audience reaction in general. And it's like, you know, makes you wish, you know, you turn back time and you could be a kid again and experience things for the first time. Like for example, I sort of had a problem with Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I was like, if I saw this movie when I was a kid, I would have actually have loved this film. But at me being older, I'm like, I enjoyed it, but it's just, you know, the thrill is gone, sort of thing with those type of films. And anyways, let me know in the comments below what you thought of The House with the Clock in the Walls. To me, it was, you know, the kid in me was like, yeah, it was good, and then the adult in me is like, passable, above average slightly. Probably check it out mainly for the cast and just the overall set. And actually, you know what, the CG wasn't that bad. Like there's a lot of little things where I'm like, oh, that actually looks kind of good. And there's other moments it's like, it's a little heavy, but pleasing enough. I enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. I want you to have a nice day or night or whatever time you watch this. Have a nice whatever. Thanks again for watching, and check out my other stuff.